We've got WindStream Technologies on with us today. Dan Bates is the CEO. They are a publicly traded company. WSTI is their stock symbol. Their website, go to windstream-inc.com. And their tagline, nobody has approached energy like this. Joining us on the program now, Dan Bates, CEO. Dan, good to have you along. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Hey, listen, so, breaking down the clean technology sector in the last couple of years, boy, you guys must be happy folks over there, because I know that clean technology has been around for a while, but boy, never in the history of this country has it been more important, correct?
I agree with that. Yeah.
It's got to be some of those mandates coming down, too, to have everything all clean.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, mandates help companies like. Tell us about WindStream Technologies.
Okay, I'd be happy to. So WindStream has a little bit of a different look on the technology, but also the markets that we're focused on. We built the first hybrid unit. What I mean by that is we have wind turbines and solar panels combined in a single unit. So we have a longer generation capability available to the customer.
You know, this is interesting because
the sun is shining and the wind is blowing, we work.
I remember you and I were talking about this, Rusty. We were talking about this on the air. I don't know who we were interviewing.
Right.
It was the Secretary, Department of Energy or something here a couple of years ago, and you said, why aren't they putting solar panels at the bottom of those windmill farms in Palm Springs? Remember?
Yeah, and juice them
so
up.
So WindStream Technology has this, as he said, alternative energy sort of proprietary advantage, and you call that solar mill, correct?
That's right. We call it a solar mill. It's 3 vertical axis turbines and any number of wind turbines that are interconnected in series, so you can line them all up. Yeah. You can put any number of solar panels at the bottom of them, and we manage the whole electrical bus, we call it. So it's plug and play. It's Legos for renewable energy.
That's fancy. I love that. See,
yeah. And Dan, when you were watching our show and got this idea and wrote it down,
That's
you said to yourself,
exactly.
Someday I'll be on there.
I said, boom, the light went off.
Did we get some sort of a deal out of that? Because Rusty invented
the
this.
solar-powered, wind-powered light went off.
Yeah, that's exact. You know what's interesting is
I thought my attorney already made that deal.
Yeah, he won't take our calls, Dan. I don't know what's going. You know what's interesting about this is I've never actually heard the term hybrid product. But it is hybrid because when the sun ain't out, the wind's blowing, and when the wind is not going, the sun's out. And sometimes you get lucky, and both are going at the same time. Is there an optimal sort of performance? In other words, is it best when the sun is shining and the wind's blowing, or does it really matter either way?
You know, of course, when you're getting the input, the natural resource input from both sources, you're going to generate more energy. Our concept, though, is to generate consistent energy across this full day. And then think about it. It's not just energy generation around 24 hours. It's also around the year. We call that seasonality. So in the summertime, when you have more sun and less wind, conversely, in the wintertime, you have less sun and more wind. So we flatten out energy generation of 24/7 and 365.
You know, what's interesting here is, Germany was really the first country to really embrace and adopt the solar technology. Are you guys dipping your toe into the international waters? Because obviously the U.S. is fully embracing what you folks are doing. Are you trying to go into the international space? Because they certainly have an appetite for it.
Well, let me put it to you differently. We haven't dipped our toe in. We've dove in headlong. We sell most of our stuff overseas. I sell this product in 2 areas primarily right now, where energy is expensive or where energy is inconsistent or non-existent. And that's the entire world. You talk about Africa, you talk about India, Latin America. Yeah. I just opened a 50,000 square foot manufacturing facility in India to service a market that has 400 million people living off grid.
You know, the interesting part of this thing, is that, second, third world countries have got to love this thing. I mean, but at the same time, this makes so much sense when you're driving through. And listen, I know people are watching us all over the country and listening to us all over the country. But here in Southern California, there's a place out in the desert called Palm Springs. And when you drive out there from Southern California, from LA or San Diego, you see these big wind farms.
Big.
9 times out of 10, if there's no wind, they're just sitting there stagnant. And that's where you sort of think of the idea, why the hell aren't there some sort of a solar, farm? And as Dan just said, it sort of puts together like a Lego set. So talk to us about adoptability. Have you had this can't be a tough sell, Dan?
It's a no-brainer, right? You go to an area in the world that's energy challenged, whether it's by price or availability of it. You say, how about if we could put up a kilowatt 5 kilowatts on somebody's roof and offset their energy need at a price. And that's what our clear differentiator is in what we're doing. We can install these devices, a solar mill at any size, as cheaply as a solar-only array, sometimes less expensively, and we will compete pretty much at parity with utility-supplied energy.
You know, it's interesting. Dan, stay right there. I'm going to keep you over the break here because I want to talk about manufacturing, but there's an unbelievable video that you have to see that Russ just uncovered about this technology and about an installation in Jamaica. We're going to show you that to our TV audience. We come back from the break. We'll put that link up on our website at bigbizshow.com for the rest of the audience. We'll also tweet it out to our 21,000 Twitter followers. His name's Dan Bates. Mm-hmm. He's the CEO of WindStream Technology. They are a publicly traded company. WSTI is their stock symbol. WindStream-Inc.com is the website. More on clean technology and the solar mill hybrid technology. There's the Facebook page for WindStream Technologies there. Lots of great videos on there. You can follow them on Facebook, WindStream Technologies. Energy utility, it'll say right on the page there, publicly traded company, WSTI.
One thing jumps out for me is the colors that you're able to play with on the turbine.
Yeah, this is kind of like during Easter they change the colors for
they can
pink
be
and
decorative.
green.
They can just hide away.
If they go, if
look
they
like
you
a
know,
tree.
yeah, in the U.S. they're red, white, and blue turbines. If they go to the
and they remind me of those doors they have back east that you have to time out and walk through, like the giant spinning thing. And if you mess it up, you're just cat meat right there. Boom. Huh?
Exactly right. Yeah.
No.
And by the way, the Dan Bates's WindStream Technologies products are now featured on that NBC show called Wipeout. So when those people, you have to walk through them without getting killed. So there you go. Thank you. That's good. Got a couple good things going here with this company. Yeah. Actually, CEO of WindStream Technologies, WSTI is the stock symbol. WindStream-Inc.com is the website. And of course, we're talking about clean technology. Very quickly, some of the video that we see online here. These things are. Give us an idea of scale. So what we're looking at here is a solar panel with it looks like a red, white, and green sort of the wind. They look like pasta, basically, don't they? On the bottom,
it does.
Giant pasta. So give us an idea of how big is that? Or what are we looking at there, Dan? How big are those things?
Okay, so the 3 blades across, those are vertical axis turbines. The width of the device is about 4 feet wide, about 2 feet deep, and about 5.5 feet tall with a solar panel on top.
Okay,
so am I.
Yeah, it's like your old. It's like mom and dad's old TV back in the 70s. Yeah,
that's right. It's a console stereo.
And what are those things made out of? Soft little sail stuff, or is that heavy-duty aluminum or something like that?
No, what it is made out of a 24 gauge galvanized steel.
Wow!
So we wanted to make something that was really robust that could last in. Some of our customers are in, for instance, they're in Norway, they're in Nairobi.
Wow!
They're in Kenya. So you know one SKU fits all kind of thing.
Yeah. What's interesting is
making it out of metal, you can do that.
You know what's interesting is also we saw a video out of Jamaica there that we'll try to put up on our website. I mean, you guys, this is really scalable. That's one of the benefits of it. I mean, the first thing you said in jest was they go together like Lego pieces, but these things are unbelievably scalable, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. The smallest unit that we have at WindStream is a 750 watt device. Really great for a hut in Africa. The installation that you're talking about was 80 kilowatts on the law firm Meyer Fletcher Gordon in Kingston, Jamaica.
Right.
Takes about 50% of their building off grid. Thing will pay back in 3 years.
Good Lord! And if you think about this, we're showing a sort of a fast motion video. Of them installing these things, and these things go together, as you said, so quickly. It doesn't take specialized labor force to do it. Last of all, they're manufactured in India. What a great idea for a global company. Versus China, India versus China. What's the why manufacture India versus China?
There's a whole host of reasons about intellectual property and things like that. But in India, where we made some of our first business relationships, we found that the supply wasn't coming out of our India factory wasn't great enough to meet demand that we had in India. So we decided to put a factory there at ground zero so that we could literally just start sending component parts from Indiana, get them into India, start assembling, and then deliver on the demand that we have in the market.
Well, Dan, I got to tell you, it's an interesting concept here, and it's definitely disruptive and really impressive. The name of the company, WindStream Technologies. WindStream-Inc.com. Their stock symbol, they are publicly traded, WSTI. And you can follow them on Twitter at WindStream Tech, and you can go on Facebook and follow them on Facebook at WindStream Technologies under Energy/Utility. Dan, we hope you come back on the air with you. Great stuff there. Appreciate you coming on Big Biz Show today.
I'd love to. Thanks a lot, guys.
There you go.
Keep watching for your next $1 billion idea right here.